What's up YouTube, I'm Guy, and today on the channel we're going to be reviewing a couple of different strap options that I've recently received in the mail. Barton Watchbands on the left, obviously, as you can see from the label. On the right we have some straps by Moose Strap Company. They are the Premium Slim NATO Straps. The Barton Watchbands are their Elite Silicone Quick Release Straps. I've reviewed some Barton straps in the past, and I've been extremely impressed with them. I use several of them on my watches from time to time, and very excited to check these out with you guys. I am new to the Moose Strap Company Premium NATO Straps, but let me say that I have two favorite NATO strap brands. I have Phenom Nato, which I've reviewed a couple of times in the past, and also the Blue Shark Alpha Shark straps. These Moose Strap Company Premium NATOs compare exceptionally well to both of those straps, and I'm going to add these to my list of favorite NATO straps as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the Barton watch bands up close and put them on a couple of my watches and demonstrate how they work with that quick release buckle, or not buckle, but quick release attachment system. And then we'll look at the Moose Strap Company's Premium NATOs. I did want to mention, Moose Strap Company offered me to offer to you guys the opportunity to get a couple of straps for free. They said I can choose 2 viewers, and each of those viewers can select 2 straps from their website, and they will ship them to you. So stick around till the end and I'll let you know how you can get some free NATO straps from them, or at least a couple of you can anyway. So let me get the Moose straps out of the way. We'll take a look at all of the Barton straps and go from there. So I've got my Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic 38mm on the table here, and as you can see, it is off of its leather strap. This is also a Barton strap that I've reviewed in the past. It's their quick release leather. Fantastic strap in its own right, and that's what I've been wearing this watch on for quite a while. Absolutely love that leather strap. So obviously, being a fan of Barton Watchbands products and really enjoying the quick release system that they have to install these straps, I was, most certainly looking forward to checking out their Elite Silicone quick release straps. Now in the past, I also did review this strap. This is their standard silicone strap, and I haven't really worn it too much, but I did think it was really good quality. The truth of the matter is I just don't wear silicone straps that much because I don't take my watches in the water, and I feel like if I was going to, go swimming with a watch, this would be the ideal strap. Needless to say, though, this is their standard silicone strap, and it's excellent in its own right. So if you haven't seen that previous review of the Barton straps that I've done, check that out. I will pull this out of the package and compare it to these Elite straps and let you know what I think. It's probably worth noting that price-wise, the Barton Elite Silicones, the ones that we're going to be checking out, come in at a price of $19.50, whereas that basic Elite, or I'm sorry, not Elite, but their basic regular silicone strap comes in at $13.85. So, $13.85 versus $19.50. Is the extra price worth it? Of course, there's a little bug flying around in front of my camera here. Sorry about that. But yeah, is that extra price worth it? Well, as you can see right off the bat, you have what looks like 3 pieces, right? They send these Elite straps with the tang buckle portion and then the other end of the strap. And the other end of the strap, they send you 2 different sizes. So these are going to fit wrists from, I believe their website states 5 to 8 inches. If you got a really big wrist, you'll use this longer sided one. If you got a smaller wrist, you'll use the shorter sided one. That's absolutely fantastic. And in my mind, that might be worth the price, the extra price for admission in its own right. But these are also probably a little bit higher quality than the regular ones as well. But we'll get to that and we'll compare those in a few minutes. So $19.50 for these straps. They come in 13 possible variations, and I have 4 or 5 variations here to show you guys. They're available in 18, 20, and 22 millimeters. The buckle hardware option, stainless steel, black PVD, gunmetal gray, rose gold, or gold. Now, depending on which buckle or hardware you choose, the price could go up to $22 over that entry $19.50 price point. So keep that in mind. Like rose gold, and I think the golds come in a little bit more expensive. They do have $2 shippings on all their orders, which is nice. So super cheap to ship. And they have a deal on their website presently. I don't know how long it'll be on there, but it says 15% off on 4 or more straps. So if you order 4 or more, take 15% off of your order. They do also have a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. I've never exercised the warranty on their straps, but they seem like really good, upstanding guys over there. I suspect that if you had any problem at any point within the first year, they would probably just replace the strap for you. So that's all of the information about the straps. I want to throw a couple of them on a watch or two, show you what they look like, and yeah, just kind of, get a nice close look at them. So they do call this particular one the Black/Army, and obviously it's because the top is black and the underside is this olive drab army green coloration. The top side does have a bit of a texture to it, as you can see there, and the underside is completely smooth. Now I'm going to bring in the, this is the regular silicone strap that they sell for $13.85, and I just want to compare these two straps side by side for a second. Interestingly, the Elite on the left has this texturing on the top, whereas on the right hand side, the standard silicone strap, if you get in really close on it, you can see there's a kind of very small tight texture, but nothing like the one that's on the Elite. Now these things are lint magnets, as you can see. Not a problem, because you can obviously run them underwater and wash them off, but yeah, definitely lint magnets. The holes in the Elite, they're kind of a little bit more defined. They have a bit of an edge around them. The undersides on the Elite, as you can see, also pretty significantly different. They're sort of channeled out a little bit, whereas this is just purely flat, and it is completely slick on the underside of the standard. Another difference, if you look up at this end, while they both use a quick release buckle, I'm sorry, I completely misspoke. The textured side is the underside of the standard silicone. The top side is completely smooth. But yeah, regardless, they both use this quick release spring bar system. But if you look at the Elite, you can see it's kind of got a little divot here and then a little bit more of a stout portion where the spring bar is for, I don't know what I would call that, about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. Whereas this one is not really like that. It's a little bit stouter around the spring bar on the standard silicone. But yeah, it's not really configured the same way. Which do I like better? Well, I think that the Elite does look a little bit cooler with this nice texturing on it. It also tapers a bit. These are both 20mm straps, but you can see that the one on the left, the Elite silicone, does have a slight taper to it after getting past this more robust top end there. Whereas the standard silicone is just perfectly straight, and again, perfectly smooth on the top side. Yeah, which do I like better? I think I like the Elite better, but I think they're both great. It's very, very flexible. Seems very, very comfortable. I'm going to throw it on a watch here and try it on. But yeah, overall I really like it. Now, in sizing, again, we said we have these two different, I don't know what you call those, tongue ends, I guess. You have the short and the long. For my 6 3/4 inch wrist, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try the short one. I think that that's going to work better for me. But switching them out, back, whatever, not a problem at all. It's also worth noting that on the standard one, you only get the buckle side and the tongue side, and you get one. So you don't get the option for multiple wrist sizes. You want to keep that in mind. That's part of the price of admission on these Elite ones, is you get the two different, I don't know, right hand sides, I guess is what, I don't know what the right word is for these. Call it the tongue end. It's not the end with the hardware. You get my gist though, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw this on my Hamilton khaki. First we'll do the buckle side. Installing it is extremely simple. I'll get it out of the way here. Put that on the 12 o'clock side. See if I can get in frame and do it on camera. Put the bottom pin into the lug. Depress the little nub there. Fit it into the top side. Give it a little tug. Make sure it's in. That's it. That's all there is to it. It couldn't be any simpler. I'm going to grab the short tongue side. I'm going to go ahead and put that into the lug hole. Recess down the spring bar nub. And you just got to find that little hole. Perfect. And that's it. That's all it takes to install. So this is a field watch, obviously. That's why I wanted to try the army green / black version on it. I'll zoom the camera out so we can get a slightly better look at it. Alright, there it is. I think it looks really good. I will go ahead and throw it on the wrist and see how it fits. Well, there we have it on my 6 3/4 inch wrist, and as it turns out, like I suspected, the short one works best, works perfect. I don't know if I noted it, there's 2 rubber keepers here. If you wanted to, you could probably just slide one of these keepers off. I don't think I need both of them. I could most certainly make it work with just the 1 keeper, but it does come with 2 keepers. If you're using the much longer strap for whatever reason, having that extra rubber keeper might be, or silicone I guess technically, might be of good use. Extremely comfortable. I can feel it kind of flex and give as I move my wrist around. This would be an outstanding option for throwing on one of your dive watches. And I do have an SKX here, and I'm going to try one on this watch too. But I wanted to do this one first because I really like that black / army combo. When it's on your wrist, that green color doesn't really super stand out, but you just get a hint of it around the edges. It's really cool. I like it a lot. I'll show you some of the other ones that they sent me over, and then we'll try one of the 22mm ones on my Seiko. So not including the black-green version, which is currently now on my Hamilton, they sent me 4 other variations. And if you look at them here, it's like, oh no, they're all black, right? Well, no, they're not all black. The tops of them are all black. They did send me a solid black one, as you can see here. Solid black on the top, solid black on the bottom. Of course, it has the 2 lengths included. We'll slide that one out of the way. The next one they sent me was black with, I think they call this pumpkin. It's obviously an orange. This would look really cool on that orange Hamilton khaki navy scuba. It's, black watch and it's got some orange highlights on it. If I had that watch, I would most certainly throw this color variation on that watch. I think that would work really well. The next one they sent me over is a red, black and red, and this is what's going to go on my Seiko SKX 009. Got the black top, all of the same stuff here, that great texturing on the top side, the very nice, very well-defined buckle holes. The hardware, I didn't really look at that previously. It's just a nice brushed stainless steel buckle. It has a spring bar in there to hold it in. It's not a permanent buckle, but nevertheless, very decent quality. Nothing to complain about there. And then finally, they sent me this black, and I think they call this aqua blue. It's a light shade of blue, not exactly powder blue, but a little bit lighter than the SKX. I don't think it will match too terribly well, so I'm going to go with the black and the red. Those are the 3 variations that they sent over to me. Well, I'm sorry, technically 5, right? With this green one, solid black, and then these 3 colored variations as well. So let's try the 22mm version with the red underside on the SKX and see how that works. Now I got the Blue Shark Alpha Sharknado off of the SKX, and we got to remove these big heavy spring bars. That can be somewhat of a pain, so I'll go ahead and try to do that off camera as swiftly as I can. Alright, successfully liberated the spring bars off of the Seiko SKX 009, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the red strap, red and black. I'm going to use the long tongue on this one just to see exactly how long it is and show you guys what it looks like on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Installation should be, simple as I'm expecting here. Depress or fit in that first little nub, depress the little pusher on the spring bar, find that hole, slip it in. Now because the Seiko uses those bigger spring bars, I don't know if you've really ever taken one apart, it's got these big oversized spring bars. Not surprisingly, there's a little bit of rattle there, but it feels very secure. I'm tugging on it relatively hard and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. We'll get the other side installed here if I can find in the lug the hole for the spring bar. Depress and let the spring bar quick release tab up, and there we go. So, from a distance, it just looks like a black strap. But then as you catch the side, you see that nice red I think that's pretty cool. I'll throw it on the wrist and see how it looks. Alright guys, there we have the Barton Elite Silicone Quick Release Strap, the black and red version on my Seiko SKX009. Since this is the longer strap, you can see the tail of the tongue end kind of starting to hint over. And to be honest, as I look down at my watch, I see that little hint of red there from the underside. I kind of like it actually, it's kind of cool. So I might go with the longer version. It is certainly much longer, but on my 6 3/4 inch wrist, it's not too long. It's not like it's coming all the way up to here or anything. Very, very comfortable though. Works really well. This would be kind of an ultimate strap, an ultimate affordable strap for your dive watch if you're going to actually take it in the water. Obviously, you don't want to take leather in the water. You'd probably rather not take a NATO strap in the water either, because I mean the cloth, you know, it's going to get wet, it's going to get saturated. If it's salt water, it's probably going to be not very good for it. Of course, if it's on a metal bracelet, that's a perfectly fine option. But if you don't want to worry about it, very, very affordable option. Very impressed with these, just like I was impressed with the original, even more affordable Barton silicone strap. Well, there you have it, guys. There's a couple Barton Elite Silicone Quick Release Straps. Very impressed with them. I think they're excellent. Without a doubt, everything that I've had come through here from the Barton Watchband company has been outstanding. Really pleased to have had the opportunity to check these out and share them with you guys. Next, we are going to take a look at the NATO straps that were sent to me by Moose Strap Company. So let's give me a second to get this stuff out of the way and bring those in. So if you're anything like me and you like the really high quality premium seatbelt nylon material NATO straps, this is going to be another really good option for you. I was blown away by the quality of these straps. Very comparable to the Phenom Nato, which I have discussed and reviewed a couple of times in the past. I even compared the Phenom Nato strap to the very expensive Omega NATO strap. Yeah, this is right up there with that Phenom. Now, of course, neither the Phenom or this were quite as good as the Omega, but given the price differential, I wouldn't spend that kind of money on the Omega in a general sense. Maybe if I owned a Speedmaster and I just wanted to have the OEM NATO strap to go with it, I guess what's the difference after you spent that much money? But for somebody that just wants a high quality NATO strap to not go on their expensive high-end Omega watch, this and the Phenom Natos, while very, very comparable, are both excellent choices. Now there's a third NATO strap that I like a lot, which I mentioned in the intro, is the Blue Shark Alpha Shark NATO. An excellent strap in its own right, but a little bit of a different construction and material than either this Moose Strap Company or the Phenom Nato. The Phenom and this Moose Strap Co. are very, very similar. As a matter of fact, well, let me give you the basic info about these, and then I'll do a little bit of a comparison. Basic info, Moose Strap Company's Premium Slim NATO straps. They have the Premium and the Premium Slim. This is the Slim, so keep that in mind. They're $20 and it comes in 10 variations in 20 and in 22 millimeters. They use deluxe brushed hardware with flat keepers. It's a 1.2 millimeter thick high sheen nylon, and the holes are nice sealed round holes. Keep that in mind. Now the non-slim version, there's 5 variations or colorations. That one comes in at 1.4 millimeters, also $20. So this slim version is 1.2 millimeters as opposed to 1.4 millimeters. Keep that in mind. You get free shipping on orders over $50, so if you buy 3 of these, you're going to get free shipping. They do have a 10% off code presently on their website, I noticed. I don't know how long it'll be there, but, or no, it's not a code actually. Let me rephrase that. What they want you to do is sign up for their mailing list, and I guess like on your first order, you'll get 10% off. If you want to take advantage of that, go for it. I'm not getting anything, you know, any sort of kickback or anything for mentioning that. I just thought I'd point it out in case you guys didn't notice it if you're looking at their website, considering picking one of these straps or 2 or 3 of these straps up. Now, again, these are the high quality nylon seatbelt material is what people usually refer to them as, and they're excellent, absolutely excellent. I do want to do a compare between those and both the Blue Shark Alpha Shark and the Phenom Nato. But I'll show you the 4 variations that they sent me first. They sent me a black and gray bond here, and if I get in nice and close, my camera's probably going to struggle to focus with the stuff in the background. You can see that really tight, kind of high sheen nylon weave. It's excellent. The edges of the strap have, sort of like a tighter braided pattern. The hardware buckle, very good, very sturdy, kind of oversized buckle. When we compare it to the Phenom Nato, you'll see why I call it oversized. And the nice flat metal hardware keepers here as well. Here's your holes, and I'll try to black out the background so it'll focus. They are, again, nice sealed holes. They are really well done. And then, terminates down to the tongue, which is melted or sealed, or however you'd like to describe that. Yeah, overall, a really, really good execution. They sent me this black and gray version, black and gray bond, obviously. They sent me this it's like a khaki color, I guess. It's sort of depends on the light. It looks a little bit gray or a little bit khaki. In this light, it kind of looks grayish. I don't know how it's going to present on camera. Kind of in person, in regular daylight, it's more of brown khaki. I really like this one. I'm going to throw this on the Hamilton and show you guys how it wears. But I mean, it's a NATO strap. I'm sure you know how it's going to wear. They sent me this red and blue. It's a shame that it's not 22 millimeters. It's only 20 millimeters. That would look cool on the SKX 009. So I would consider getting this in 22 millimeters for that. And then the orange and black version. This one, like I had mentioned before, that Hamilton khaki navy scuba with those orange kind of accents on the bezel and the dial. This might be an option for someone that has that watch. It's a watch that I've considered picking up several times in the past, and I have yet to pull the trigger on it. Maybe one day I will, for no other reason than to do a review on that watch. But yeah, there's the options that they sent me. Now let me get all of them out of the way, and let's take a look at Phenom Nato. It's peeking in the frame there, sorry. And Blue Shark Alpha Shark. Now, the Blue Shark Alpha Shark is a 22 millimeter, so obviously it's going to look a little wider, but it doesn't really matter. The Phenom Nato, the one in the middle here, is very, very similar in quality to the Moose strap company, NATO. So let's get the Blue Shark out of the way for a second. The big difference on these is going to be the hardware, and I had mentioned the Moose Strap Co. has sort of an oversized buckle. I meant that in relation to the buckle that comes on the Phenom Nato. Other than the buckles, I can't really tell much of a difference between these two straps. If you changed the buckles around, I wouldn't be able to tell you which is which. That's how close they are. They're both excellent. Now, the buckle on the Phenom Nato is a permanent buckle. There's no spring bar or any way to remove it. That's kind of better for safety reasons. Although I've never had a buckle fall off of my NATO strap, it's certainly a possibility. Actually, now that I think about it, this could be a permanent buckle. I don't see any holes in the side of the clasp. Maybe you can get in there and depress it and it's a spring bar. See if I can push that back. Yeah, that looks like that's a spring bar to me. So if you had a spring bar tool, you could probably remove this buckle. Whereas on the Phenom Nato, I know for a fact that this is one solid piece. As you can see, I'm pushing back the material there. Other than that, though, again, I can't tell a difference. If we look at the weave patterns, yeah, they look a little bit different. But I think that's because this is the bond weave. It's the black, gray, black. The edges look basically identical. It has that kind of nylon braided edge on both of them. If there's a difference, it's very, very slight. They're both extremely high quality, and I really love the Phenom Natos. But one of the problems with the Phenom is they don't offer it in a lot of color variations. Although he has, Akos is his name, he has released a few extra color variations very recently. I guess another difference about these that I just remembered to mention, this has the floating keeper. This one is stitched in, and this one floats. On the Moose strap, they're both stitched in. Which one do you like better? Well, if it's me, I like the floating one a little bit better, but it's hardly relevant. It doesn't really matter. I like the oversized buckle on the Moose Strap Company one a little bit better than this smaller, more delicate-looking buckle. So, it is what it is. The stitching on this strap, it's quite good. I mean, it's not flawless. You can see, you get that sort of, I don't know what they call that, like a bar tack stitch or something. You see the little, vertical lines in there. Yeah, it's not 100% perfect, but it's very good stitching. It's double stitched, as you can see there, so I mean, it ain't coming apart. It's it's pretty well done. It's not the absolute cleanest, perfect, smoothest looking stitching, but Given the price point of $20, and the fact that it's double stitch and it's very solid and dependable, the minor little bit of aesthetic that I could nitpick about that, not a big deal. And then of course, there's the other keeper here stitched in as well. Those holes, I will compare it to the Phenom. The Phenom's holes are much smaller, as you can see there, but that's because the buckle tongue is much smaller. Now, to give you a quick look at it next to the Alpha Shark, which you may or may not be familiar with, it's different. The Alpha Shark is kind of a thicker, denser material. If I were to kind of compare what the material feels like, the Moose feels almost like a silk, and the Alpha Shark feels almost like a fine wool, is the way I would describe them. It has that kind of thick feeling, whereas the Moose Strap Co. Premium NATO Strap, it's a little more like high sheen and smoother and thinner. Again, an excellent strap, the Blue Shark Alpha Shark. It would be difficult for me to kind of pick which one I like better. I wear my SKX on this blue strap all the time, and I absolutely love it. Hardware-wise, it almost looks like the exact same hardware. Obviously, visually, it's slightly different. This one has the holes in the buckle, which would make it easier to remove if you ever wanted or needed to. But, regardless, it's more or less the same hardware, the same flat-topped keepers. So, yeah, overall, very, very nice NATO strap. If, again, you're a fan of these high-quality, seatbelt nylon, super smooth, sleek, slick NATO straps, definitely check these out. $20 price point on this strap is the most affordable of the three options that I just showed you. I don't remember off the top of my head what the Phenom Nato goes for, $32 or something, and I believe the Alpha Shark, maybe it is right around $20 as well, the Blue Shark. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, this one is $20, and if it's not the most affordable, it's in the same ballpark as the Blue Shark and $12 cheaper than the Phenom Nato. I got to get my spring bars installed back onto this Hamilton watch, and then I will throw one of these NATO straps on it and give you a quick look at how it wears on one of their straps. Alright, spring bars reinstalled. If you've never put a watch on a NATO strap, it's extremely easy. You just undo the strap from the first keeper, slide it underneath on the 12 o'clock side, slide it all the way through, slide it through the 6 o'clock side, get the watch more or less where you want it on the strap, and then slide through the final keeper of the strap. And, that's all there is to it. It's one of the easiest things in the world to do. Slide it around a little bit, get it centered up where you want it, and, there you have it. Absolutely awesome NATO strap. The vintage, or not, this isn't the vintage bond, this is the black and gray bond. Works really well with field watch, obviously. I'll throw it on my wrist and show it to you guys real quick. Let me know what you think. So this strap is 300 millimeters long. That's how much extra tail I have when it is fitted to my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Just thought I would show you that. Not the shortest NATO strap. I think that the Phenom Natos are slightly shorter. So yeah, you're going to have to fold that back down. Once we get that extra tail folded out of the way, it works perfectly. You can see that buckle there sits a little offset. That's common for a NATO strap. On my bracelet watches, I like the buckle to be nice and centered. Basically impossible on a NATO. I have 1, 2, 3 extra holes there. If you had an even smaller than 6 3/4 inch wrist, you have at least a whole more inch of adjustability, if not a little bit more. So you could probably go down well below 6 inches even. If you have a very small wrist, you're not going to have any problems. Once it's folded over, you can see that's how much sticks through that second keeper. Fits me perfectly, just the way it is. I like it. Looks excellent on the Hamilton khaki field. What can I say? It's a great high-quality NATO strap. Well, that's my review of both the Barton Watchbands Elite Silicone Quick Release Straps and the Moose Strap Company's Premium Slim NATO Straps. I did mention at the beginning that you could win a couple of these Moose Strap Co. Premium NATOs if you leave a comment down below. Just, let me know that you'd like to be entered to win. I will pick 2 different viewers' comments. I will reply to your comment telling you to email me. If I reply to your comment, you have to check your comments. Keep an eye out. And if you see me reply, you've won, here, email me, send me an email, and I will let the owner, Billy, over at Moose Strap Company know, and he'll get in touch with you. Now, it is, what is today? The 22nd of May, Thursday. So I will, on Sunday, pick 2 viewers from the comments section. So that'll be 23rd, 24th, the 25th. Sunday, the 25th of May, 2018. I will select 2 viewers from the comments section, and I'll let you know that you won. So go ahead and leave me some comments, and maybe you'll get a couple of free straps. That's everything I wanted to go over on this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like these straps. I'm really impressed with both of them. I'm really happy that they sent them over to me so that I could check them out. And I got a few free straps in my collection out of the deal. Who can complain about that, right? How can you guys help the channel? I always kind of go over this at the end of my videos. Number 1, click the like button if you enjoyed this. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Also, down in the description of this video and every video I do, you'll find links to my social media. Go over and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I'd appreciate that. You could also help support me on Patreon. I have a few of you guys over there supporting me right now, and I appreciate it greatly, but I could always use more help. So if you want to learn more about my Patreon, click on the link there. Finally, if you enjoy and are considering purchasing anything that I've ever reviewed, I always put links to my Amazon account down on the description there. It goes through my affiliate account, and if you decide to purchase something that I've reviewed, or anything else for that matter, I get a small commission, and that helps me out too. So, consider clicking my links if you're going to buy anything that I've reviewed or anything else for that matter. Alright guys, thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week with another review. Until then, take care and see you later. Bye now.